What's going on, guys? Games HD here, and today I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different, but yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys something interesting I found in the latest snapshot. You can see I'm in 15W37C. I'm not sure if it's in the previous ones. I haven't really tried, but yeah. So it has to do with ender crystals. I was watching Panda's latest survival, and I was curious about the features of ender crystals in 1.8. So I'm going to start the summoning process of the ender dragon here. And yeah, it's going to go around, blow up all the pillars, go around, and then when it gets to this last pillar, it doesn't have to be the last pillar, but okay, now I'm going to kill those. So that comes back, that's good. And now we got these things. Now, if you don't know, with these new ender crystals that you get from the skeleton horses, you can't place them on the ground, but you can place them on bedrock. What that means, if you try to move them with a piston, they just blow up. These ones are different. So you can place a piston down, and yep, they just move, just like that. And if I go back and see, you can see it's still there, and it'll still light fire to blocks. I see that that's still on fire, which is good. That means we can still use them to break bedrock and stuff. So if I kill all the ender crystals, and I'll show you a couple more things. Kill at E type equals ender crystal. Okay, kill all of them, and then we'll start it. We're gonna do a couple things here. So I'll start the summoning process, and we're gonna just let it run for 2. We're gonna get 2. So 1 and 2, and we'll kill those, and then we'll start it again. And on this time, we'll just let it run for once. 1. So yeah, you can see it's pretty weird that the beams just kind of stay where they were. Okay, 1. You know, obviously you wouldn't particularly want to do this in survival because ender crystals are pretty rare to get. And if we look at this ender crystal, it will have a double ender crystal. It'll be 2 of the ender crystal entities inside of 1 block. If I look, I can see that there are 3 entities on screen as it stands, and if I go over here, it's still technically kind of on screen, but if I look out, yeah, there's 0. It's gotta be a little ways behind you, but yeah, that is 2 things right there, which is pretty cool. 2 ender crystals, and you can kind of see them, and if you relog, they'll still stay like that as well. And you can move them around and they'll stay as 2 as well. And the cool thing is they don't actually seem to have an effect on each other when you kill them. Oh, there was iron bars here. This probably wasn't the best one to do, but that's okay. And I'll do 1 more block just to kind of get it out of the way. So I'm going to kill that one and then kill that one. So that's pretty cool. And then using these, just for the sake of time, I'm not going to use pistons, but you could use pistons, and my testing, I could get 3 pushed in by pistons, and then I would have to do 1 by hand. But if I TP'd it, actually, let's just do that, and then that. If you TP'd it to here, and then our piston moved it to here, I'm gonna have to relog because I teleported it, so it'll be here. And then to get it to work as a part of this, you just have to do that with the iron bar, and then it'll be in the correct position. And obviously, you know, you could do 3 more. You might even be able to do a 4th. It's kind of tricky to do it, but I am not 100% sure. And you could have, you know, 3 more. I think the 4th one has to be hand placed, but then yeah, that'll start the summoning process again. So you could theoretically just summon it with 1 ender crystal. well, you'd have to have 4 for the first time, and then you could get away with just 1 and interrupt the process and farm up a whole bunch of ender crystals for, you know, relatively cheap. I mean, it's still not, you know, like dirt cheap, but, you know, pretty cheap. I mean, this is much easier because, I mean, even this many ender crystals will be more than enough. I mean, there's only 1 real use for them as it stands right now. And I managed to, oh, there seems to be one that actually survived the explosion. That's interesting. But yeah, that one seems to be stuck in a glitchy state as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video about glitchy ender crystals, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.